With Fortuna hopefully coming today or tomorrow, we honestly don't know. It says this week and there's still 3 or 4 days, depending on how you want to work that week out, coming of this week. They've introduced what Little Duck is going to look like in more detail. Obviously the picture we've seen was just one of those reports, which was our green and white. Was it green coloured, the intel? Oh, blue and white. So the picture wasn't that good. I was paying attention to the details in the background for this because obviously she is going to be hidden, because it says that she's going to sell things you might find interesting. Actually, it says deals in wares you might find interesting if you know where to knock. So guessing Little Duck is going to be hidden inside of Fortuna somewhere. Was looking at the rock formation, lockers, the way the light is on the wall, and we'll see. Something. I have theories. I'm not going too much into that, but let's just say possible Barrow 2.0 coming up here. But slightly more important is, oh, and I'm actually heading the wrong way here. Silly things like if when preparing for Fortuna, we know that it is going to be on Venus. Not sure where on Venus, they have showed it, but I honestly cannot remember, so things that are built here are probably going to use resources that come from there, like we have the special stones and such in the Plains of Eidolon. Oh, it's nighttime. I really want to go there right now. Eidolon hunting. I need to get more done. But they have the stuff that you mine and the fish and everything else. It is probably going to use the same kind of thing for that. But what it should be using is Fieldren sample, circuits, polymer bundles and alloy plates. So throwing extractors out before this actually comes out. Don't want a distilled. Actually, I just want a normal one. Can I just have a normal extractor? Why are these all titans? Oh, yeah, they are all titans. Just throw that out. It'll take... I can't even remember how long these things take to collect things. Should probably have checked on that before I threw that out there, but they will collect things. There it is, 4 hours. I knew it would pop up eventually, but the resources that appear here are probably going to be very useful. So playing things like that Venus Prime mission that is just a fairly low level survival to collect resources with a Necros is probably going to be very useful. But, and this means the Void Trader is going to be on Earth. Finally, this really has been here for long enough. He should have been here by now. But it's probably going to cost a lot of ducats to build things, and if, like me, you used all yours building that weapon, you may want to get in and start trading some of these. And yes, I'm just going to leave that now, because there's a lot of things that I have that are vaulted stuff that I will not part with, because I need them just in case, or to maybe sell in the future if I ever need platinum. As you saw from the frost, there's about 2 of them, but trading those for ducats just in case might be worth doing while waiting for Fortuna, because I have a very strange feeling, because one of the caches is going to come with 100 ducats. It is possible that maybe stuff is going to need that, the rest of it. Almost everything in Fortuna, like it is in Cetus, is going to be based around standing more than anything else, and you will get these from probably doing the fortress things, and those bounties that are going to pop up that have demonstrated them in the past. Somebody was telling me there's somebody in here who sells cups and such, which is what I'm in here looking for. There is also little things like the masks from Nanak, the condors, and the little rabbit things from person over here with... Oh, I love the moon kavat. I was so happy to get my hands on those. But you have the condors, you have different skins, you have massive lag for some reason whenever I... Wow, that is actually completely insane. I wonder what that's about. There must just be a lot of people in here or something. But like the kit guns, we have to guess, just like Hawk here with the Zors, a lot of these are going to be based around the standing here. You need the standing to buy the items to actually build them. Oh, I should probably pick some of these up, but I'm not going to. I've done most of these, have played with a few of them and just completely, actually I say I've scrapped them, I haven't, I've still got them because I don't sell weapons, they just sit there unused forever. Should probably trade them in actually, because other services are going to be silly things like exchanging them for Ostrom standing, or the Fortuna standing, which is probably going to be Solstice standing. Solaris standing, not Solstice. Solaris United standing. But since most of the things that are built in Cetus use components like the fishing stuff, when you trade the fish in and you get the components back from the fish, and the same with the mining stuff, you can come in and you can, well, you mine the things and then you've got to actually get the blueprints from here and use these to kind of, hang on, this is the guy that was selling the mugs and stuff, wasn't it? Yep, there it is, Jug. That is a lot of standing for him. Jug. But you get the blueprints and the mining equipment from inside of here, so really the only thing you can do is farm some of the resources that appear on Venus, because obviously we're guessing that's what it's going to use for most of the building requirements, and the rest of it, bar ducats, there's nothing really you can do to prepare apart from really setting up your frame and your build for going out into the Orb Vallis itself, which is what the Plane of Eidolons is, the big open world part of it. One of the other things is going to be the size difference. The Plains of Eidolon was huge when it came out. Running around this thing before you got the Archwing was just annoying, because trying to run from the entrance all the way to the outer perimeter, which I will just quickly fly to, it's something like 1600 meters, and I actually think it's directly that way, which is the furthest point. It's, yeah, about 1600 meters from the door to the furthest point away. It is still a huge area, as you can tell, because we haven't made it there yet, to be running on foot. So obviously things like the Archwing are going to be really useful, because the entrance... okay, I've actually completely lost the entrance. Oh, wrong button. Is there. Somebody will correct me, but I think that's the entrance there. That is quite a distance to have to run. The Orbs of Vallis is apparently going to be bigger, and there is a lot more caves to it, and there is a lot more to do on it. It is going to be huge, so having things like the Archwing before you can get your hands on the keyboard is going to be really, really useful to do. Of course, one of the first things I did on Cetus was run around, find all the shortcuts, and very quickly started jumping the rocks and running this way towards the actual door, and within a day or so came across this. No spoilers as to what it is, because there probably is people who don't know it's here. If you want to, it's located where I'm currently pointing on the map there, but you can come here and it's basically just a list. It's the credits for people who work for Digital Extreme, helped with it, whatever it is. But it was a nice little Easter egg on the map. I bet there is one of these somewhere on Fortuna, and I'm just wondering if there is actually something somewhere that says who found this first. Who was the first person to come here and click on this? It's bound to be somewhere, or the first person to publicly say that they'd found it. Well, there's bound to be something similar in Fortuna, so more than anything else, and as weird as it is to actually say this, I've actually completely lost it now. It's down here. As weird as it is to sound this, a lot of hype for the kit guns and the Moa companions, but honestly, I'm looking forward to see who finds the little hidden Easter eggs in Fortuna, because there was a couple in Cetus that were quite fun to look around and find, and you know that people do this. Somebody is going to scour Fortuna and find all the little hidden Easter eggs, and it's just going to be interesting to see who finds those first. But anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous next time. Oh, missed it on the land on that.